Winchester Mystery House is in the news. Good news. We'll talk about that as well as your fall maintenance checklist. Bank-owned property of the week. Sorry. Apple home of the week. Mountain View home of the week. And the 40 days on market report. Let's get moving here. Winchester Mystery House. Halloween is in the air. You can't tell by the weather. However, we're in fall, and that means it's time for Halloween. One of my favorite holidays. I have a friend who does a Halloween haunt on down in Almaden, and I do that every year. We'll be talking more about that as that starts moving along. But Winchester Mystery House has a tour specifically designed for Halloween, and it goes from now until November 2nd. And if you've ever done the Winchester Mystery House, it's a fun, good couple hours. It's a great thing for entertainment with your family. It's memorable. It's always a near and dear part of what San Jose really means. The history and all the stuff that goes behind Winchester Mystery House. So go take a look. The link is in my blog, as well as in the description down below, but go to the blog anyway. Fall home maintenance checklist. This is not my article. I thought I'd run through this and have some fun with it. Stow your mower. That's if you get winter. We don't get winter here, and we do mow lawns during the winter here because it does grow. It doesn't grow as much. Our grass does go dormant, but you should at least get a tune-up and stack it away. If you have to do a couple more during the year, during the winter, then albeit, there you go. Perform an energy audit, and it's not just looking for cracked windows, cracks in the walls, etc. Do some caulking when it starts to rain. You want to prevent moisture from getting into the walls, so make sure you do that, as well as have your appliances taken a look at, have everything taken a look at. If you're spending too much money on electricity, maybe it's time for you to do an electricity audit. Replace your storm windows. We don't have that problem here, but it's also a good time to check on your screens. And when you do it in the spring, people tend to bring all that into the Ace Hardwares. By the way, you can go to Ace Hardware and take a screen in, and they'll replace it or fix it for you, not for free, but they do that service. If you can do it yourself, that's great, but it's a good time to check for frays on your screens so you keep the bugs out, especially now that bugs are coming back into our area in California. Check your furnace. This is a great time. Guys, I can't tell you how many times when the weather is good, you don't use your furnace or your air conditioner as much. And that is when the HVAC guys are slow. You want them to come in when it's slow, not when they're packed, because you're not going to get great deals. They're still going to charge you expensive amount, but they might have get your filters replaced, to check your ducts, etc., program for you, just so that you save a little bit more on your furnace, on your heating bills when it starts to get cold. Do it now versus when it's freezing cold. Install gutter guards. Clean out your gutter guards. Put the gutter guards, or clean out your gutters and clean the gutter guards. Make sure that everything is ready for the rains, because we are expected to see a huge amount of rain this year. And you don't want that falling into your foundation and ruining your foundation. So make sure that your gutters go down and at least 5 to 6 feet away from the house. And then maintain your home's exterior. This goes back to the caulking. Look for cracks. Look at your windows. Make sure that they're all sealed up correctly. Do some caulking right now. This is a great time to do it, because when it's rainy and wet, it's not as effective, and it prevents moisture from getting in between the walls. And if you do use your fireplace, we don't really get to do that here in California, because it's always a spare the air day, but some people still do it. Make sure that this is a great time to have your chimney swept, cleaned out, and ready for fires for the winter. And check your carbon monoxide or dioxide detector. It's carbon monoxide, not dioxide. CO detector, not CO2 detector. CO2, I think, is the gas that you put into the water to make it soda water. and carbonation. And check your smoke detectors too. It sucks now because in California, they have 10-year sealed batteries, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But make sure that your family is safe for the winter. All right. Let's see. This section, that part of the episode is brought to you by this home inspection checklist. It's a great time to get the honey-do list started and start working on it with the fall maintenance checklist. But this checklist goes a little bit more in depth. It checks your appliances, checks your heater, checks all sorts of different things to make sure you're up and running and make your house sellable. And I always say do stuff ahead of time. Don't procrastinate. We all procrastinate, but there's a great reason to download that checklist for you. This is bank-owned property of the week. This is in San Mateo. And I actually have two to look at because I want to compare and contrast. This one is 1,500 square feet, brand new, built in 2023. And it is $1.7 million because it's in San Mateo. Now, if you're willing to drive a little bit, this one right here offers a little bit more space. It's a little bit older, but it's a better price. It's in San Martin, and you get a whole lot more land with it. This one's only one bedroom. The problem is that these are bank-owned properties. This one is vacant, so you can take a look at it anytime you want. However, this one, you would have to evict the previous owners. There you go. If you're interested in learning more about REOs, bank-owned properties, let me know. I used to sell a ton of them, and I know a lot of what's going on now too. So let me know if you have any questions. This is the Apple Home of the Week. I'll take a look at the map in a bit. Again, not my listing. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,800 square feet, built in 1955. Nice little ranch house. This is not a bank-owned property, and it's set up, ready to go. Looks like they painted the cabinets, put new counters on top. So this is a nice house, and it's well priced at $2.5 million. And this is Mountain View Home. Oh, wait, I wanted to go back there and show you where it is compared to where it is in Apple. Apple is right there to the left. You see that? Sorry. There. So this house right here and Apple's right here. So technically it is walking distance. You can walk to it and go to work right there. That's why it's so expensive. And this is the Mountain View Home of the Week. And I chose it because it is right down the street from Castro. It's walking distance to Castro, and it's great because you can walk down there, have a meal, and walk back and make a nice evening out of it. 3-bedroom, 3 full bath, 1,800 square feet, built in 1967. And this is another ranch house. Let's take a look. This feels like it's virtually staged, but we don't know. Okay, so updated, but not super new, remodeled. I would say that this is 10-year-old construction on the cabinets. Don't really know though. There's a photographer using his skill of focal depth right there. You can see that it's out of focus back here. So there you go. If you want to look at this, the links are back in the blog, and I'll show you the blog in a minute. 40 days on market report. Let's take a quick look. Nothing super crazy. We're still at 198, same thing as last week. We went up on 90 days on market. And again, this is to be expected. We're coming into the fall, so these numbers are going to start coming down. Bank owns popped up just a tad bit, and we have 486 homes for sale in San Jose. These are single family homes, not condos, etc. We need to be about 1,900 to 1,100 in that range to make it a balanced market. And that's why prices continue to go up in San Jose as well as Santa Clara County. We need to have about 2,000 homes for sale in Santa Clara County for single family homes. And this number has been pretty stagnant over the last couple of years like this. So the reason why I'm showing you these numbers is so that you understand that we're not going anywhere near being a balanced market or a buyer's market. Houses are staying on market just a tad bit longer, but not something to be worried about. And if you want to take a look at my blog, this is what it looks like before it becomes a blog. We have it all scaped out. And then this is what I'll show you my link right here. This is what my blog looks like. And it just kind of walks through everything I talk about. And there's a video and a podcast attached to it. And the beautiful thing about the podcast is you can listen to the podcast while you're driving to work. There you go. All right. That's it. Today's Wednesday, September 25th. Thanks for watching. I'm Vito with Abitano. We'll see you out there.